So today we will have a discussion on ethics answer writing. As we did with GS1, GS2, GS3, which are extra, which we didn't promise. We did extra, we did. So in that process, today we will have ethics and tomorrow we will have essay. So GS4, ethics. In this particular session, we will understand the syllabus and I made some templates of answers based upon 2023 and 2024 question paper. We will be discussing how we have to write. Before that, the most important thing with respect to ethics is, for you people, for you general studies, from December your ethics classes will start. Ethics is more about practice. Ethics is not about reading. If you talk about GS1, GS2, GS3, per se essay also reading is inevitable. Understanding is also important. But ethics, in theoretical questions, they will be asking statements like absolute power corrupts absolutely. Means that meaning how we have to understand. Or happiness is not the end, happiness is the means. Means with lot of examples we have to understand it. So that we can master only by practice. So before that, I will go into the syllabus. Understanding the importance of ethics in UPSC means, see, time management, which is most important for UPSC examination. You only think for your history. I'm not at all denying the importance of other subjects, but I just want to be more practical with respect to purpose. GS1 we have history, geography, society. GS2 you have polity, governance, international relations. GS3 you have economics, science and technology, internal security, disaster management and environment. For example, I will take GS1. In GS1 you will be having history. For that history, a part of GS1, your teachers, respective history faculties will be taking 150 hours of classes. Classes only, they will take 150 hours of classes, number one. Number two, your reading, another 300 hours of reading. So overall 450 hours. So reading and listening. Another 50 hours of writing if you do answer writing practice. So 500 hours you are categorizing for GS1. In GS1 3 modules. In 3 modules, for one module you are categorizing how many hours? 500 hours. Finally, it is going to give you 80 marks out of 250 marks. For 80 marks of your GS1, you are categorizing 500 hours. But ethics, GS1, GS2, GS3, we call it as GS4 also. Means one paper. GS4 is one paper, which is ethics paper. 250 marks. Only one paper. In that 2 modules are there. One is statement wise questions, other is case study type of questions. Or one is theoretical questions, other is case study type of questions. One is theory, other is case study. For that 250 marks, for 80 marks you are categorizing 100 hours of your quality time. And for your ethics, how much time you have to categorize? 80 into 3, 240. Take it 250. Means 500 into 3, 1500 of hours you have to categorize. Marks, hours. Marks, hours. But students, what they will do? Instead of not giving 1500 hours, instead of not giving 500 hours, where we are giving for 80 marks, here we are not giving 500 hours for 250 marks. If you give 150 hours of your quality time, it is more than enough for your ethics. This 150 hours students will not give. Students will run behind history, polity, economy, geography, science and technology, current affair. History, polity, economy, geography, science and technology, current affair. Yes, it is important, but equally ethics is also important. So, in your preparation for your 2025, I am telling you, if you categorize 100 hours, not 150 hours also, 100 hours of time, if you categorize also, you can make like 120 marks you can get with your simple answer writing. If you are very good at English, you are very good at reading, you are very good at comprehension skills, if you are very good at comprehending, obviously you will get 130, 135 marks. So, ethics you should never neglect. Minimum 100 hours if you categorize till your mains 2025, you will get 120 marks minimum. So, why there is in UPSC ethics paper, sir? What happened? Generally, see, there are two types of administrations are there. One is called as public administration, other is called as private administration. Private administration, this academy is a private administration. It's a private administration. Let it be any administration. Let it be any administration. When the administration grows, when the number grows, when the size increases, the management loses grip. The management loses grip. Everywhere the management cannot be present. When the organization is big, for example, government, when organization is big, everywhere the government cannot be there. Who is government? Council of Ministers headed by Prime Minister, or Council of Ministers headed by Chief Minister. Everywhere they cannot present. Why? Because organization became big. So they will keep some representatives. They will keep few agents. And these agents will be running the government. Like what? Like giving contracts. Like what? Providing water bills. Like what? Providing transformers. Like what? Controlling law and order. So, when this particular grip the government loses, or this grip the management loses, it will become free hand. When it becomes free hand, the chance of misuse of private money or public money will be very high. It is not only the public money, it is not only the government, in private also there will be corruption. When the organization has been gone broke, for example, we need to bring one pipe, for example, a small pipe we need to bring. So, for everything the management cannot go and bring the pipe. So, the management will tell to the person who is very near, or a person who is accessible, a person who is an agent, I cannot come there, everywhere I cannot be there. Why? Because I am already busy here. So, can you please bring the pipe? So, this person, if the pipe costs 300 rupees, if this person sells 600 rupees, then obviously this person will, the management will pay the 600 rupees. Then 300 rupees loss for whom? The private organization. So, it can be for a private organization, it can be for a public organization. Corruption is a common phenomenon. Corruption is a common phenomenon. And in order to eradicate this misuse of power or misuse of money, there is a need for accountability and transparency. Hey, you man, you are going to bring the pipe, right? Yes, after going to the shop, make me a call. So, I will talk to him. So, he will make a call. So, how much is the price? Sir, 300 rupees. Now, this management know the price of the good. Accountability. What is accountability mechanism? That private person is making to make a call. Accountability mechanism. Transparency has been ensured. Okay, I am sending you 300 rupees. But 300 rupees not by cash. I will send you online. So that it will be reflected in your bank account. So today I will take 300 rupees pipe. I will tomorrow, day after tomorrow, whenever I am free, I will come to the market and I will search the price. If it is 100 rupees only and if you took 300 rupees, there is online transaction evidence is there, you have to pay me remaining 200 rupees. Why? Because there is one mechanism has been developed. That mechanism is ensuring what? Transparency. So, people will think that ethics is important only for public administration. No, any administration, there is a requirement of ethics. In your home, you are doing an event whereby your parents' birthday you want to celebrate, and one of your friend also helping you in organizing the event, and everywhere you cannot present, so you gave the money to your friend to bring some cake. So there is also misuse, there is chance of misuse of power. So wherever there is a chance, there is misuse of power. Wherever there is a chance, there is misuse of money. In order to control it, there is a necessity for inculcating ethics. Ethics is an inevitable thing which is not only associated with public administration. Public administration means government. It is not only associated with public administration, it is associated with private administration, it is associated with voluntary organization, it is associated with private people, it is associated with charities, it is associated with each and every aspect of the society is linked with ethics. Then what happened? The British, who brought this bureaucratic system into India, Indian Civil Services Examination. So after the British left, so they were foreigners. There is a common phenomenon of taking money and giving money. Taking money and giving money is a common phenomenon. Giving bribe and taking bribe. Bribery is a common thing. So after independence of India, this has become institutionalized. Any government officer is not ready to do the work without expecting money or without giving money. It became a quid pro quo. Compulsory. For any benefit, I have to give you. For any benefit, I have to give you. For any work, I have to give you. Because of this phenomenon, misuse is happening. We should not use the word called as corruption. Misuse. Misuse can happen in the form of money. Misuse can happen in the form of power. Misuse can happen in any format. So this was very rampant in government. Why? Because it is not a management or it is not a group of people money. The money which is involved in the government is whose? People's money, public money, thousands of people's money, lakhs of people's money or crores of people's money. So that need to be have accounted, that need to be have transparent. Hence there is a need for inculcation of ethics in any administration, and public administration is inevitable. Why, sir? Then why we have to prioritize public administration, sir? Why? Because crores of people's money is there. Lakhs of people's money is there. In private administration, it can be of one person. In private administration, it can be of one family's money. In charity, it can be of 4 or 5 people's money. In a foundation, it can be of 5 to 10 people. In a society, it can be of 9 people. But in public administration, how much amount or how many people's money it is? Lakhs of people's of money is there. So hence, ethics are important. And generally what happened till my examination till 2013, there is no such a case called as corruption. Means corruption was there. Corruption was there. But government was not that much serious. That one subject should be there and that subject will determine the ethics in the students. The government was not that much serious. Then what happened? In 2007, Second Administrative Reforms Commission came. Second Administrative Reforms Commission came, which is headed by Veerappa Moily. Veerappa Moily Commission was being constituted, which is called as Administrative Reforms Commission, and this Administrative Reforms Commission had recommended for reforms in civil services examination. In this civil services examination, the second ARC has recommended that the new bureaucrats, the young bureaucrats who are coming into the systems are lacking ethics. So there is a necessity to add one extra paper, and that paper is called as ethics. So on whose recommendation the ethics paper was been added into the UPSC examination? Second Administrative Reforms Commission. On the recommendations of chairman called as Veerappa Moily Commission, this particular ethics paper was been added. Why? Because it's the public money which is there. So there is a necessity to ensure the public money. If one man money, okay. Few people's money, okay. But lakhs of people's money, thousands of people's money, crores of people's money that need to be protected, that need to be saved. For that purpose, this commission has recommended for ethics. And why? Understanding the importance of ethics in UPSC mains examination. I will tell you how much power you will have when you enter into the system. First, you have to understand. With small examples, one example I will tell you. If you become a district collector, how you will become a district collector? Once the rank has been given to you, Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration will provide you 24 months of training. After 24 months of training, you will be confirmed. Till that time, you will be called as probationer. After 2 years, you will be confirmed with your service and job. You are a confirmed officer, confirmed IAS officer. Then your immediate posting will be assistant collector. Every new IAS officer, after successful completion of 2 years of training, you will be posted as assistant collector. In some states, they will call as deputy collector. In few states, it is called as assistant collectors. In few states, they are also called as joint collectors. In few states, they are called as subdivisional magistrates. In few states, they are called as sub collectors. Second to the collector. So there you need to work for 4 years. Minimum 4 years. After 4 years of assignment as a sub-collector or assistant collector or joint collector or deputy collector, then immediately after 4 years of service, on your 5th year of your IAS officer, you will become a district collector. This is rule of thumb. By default, you will become a district collector. After 4 years of successful completion of a sub-collector or subdivisional magistrate. Then, once you become a district collector, what will happen? Under your disposal, there will be district fund, and the district fund will carry nearly 2 crore rupees per month. If the district is large, if the district is significant, like Hyderabad district, you will be having the disposal of 5 crore under you. A young boy, a young girl of 25, 26, 27 years, boy or girl, under her disposal or his disposal, every month 4 crore rupees is there. Then if that person is not having the ethics, then monthly 4 crore will go into the drainage. Monthly 4 crore will go into the private man's pocket. There are a lot of evidences. An IAS officer couple is there in Madhya Pradesh. 3,000 crore they accumulated money at the age of 32 years. She got into service in 27 years. Within 5 years, she accumulated 3,000 crore. Huge exercise of money. These all things, the reality will be, this is the reality. Whereby there are a lot of misuse you can give a government job in your position also. Like an innocent, the IAS officer is a crooked man, a psycho man, and you can give a job in the collector office, and the person came, sir, please, I want a job. Okay, I will give you a job. What you will give for me? So there is a high chance of exploitation, high chance of misuse, high chance of abuse of power. These all things are involved in civil services examination. After clearing civil service examination, hence ethics is most important. On the recommendation of second ARC, ethics paper was added. It is not only the knowledge, it is not only the aptitude. Attitude is also very important. So aptitude is insufficient. With aptitude, what is required now? Attitude is required. So in order to inculcate that attitude into the aptitude, they added what? Ethics. I will tell you one story here. See, again, when you are writing your ethics or reading your ethics, for every event you need to have an example, so that it will be easy to the evaluator to make him to understand. Sir, how, sir? Aptitude plus attitude both are important. For example, Sachin Tendulkar and Vinod Kambli, both are contemporary cricketers of 1990s, of my times. Vinod Kambli was called as left-hand godman. Left-hand godman. He was called the cricket of the god of cricket. Brain Lara and Sachin Tendulkar, Vinod Kambli, these people were in there. Sachin Tendulkar doesn't have any name. The total name was under the control of Vinod Kambli. If Vinod Kambli used to come to the field, then lot of claps would be there in the stadium, not for Sachin Tendulkar, for Vinod Kambli. He was the first person who hit a double century in Indian soil. Then what happened? Vinod Kambli, his success went on to his head. The person who earned success because of his aptitude, and because of that aptitude, the success which is called as attitude entered into his brain. Slowly got into all bad habits, alcohol, women, drugs, everything. Slowly he collapsed his complete career. Today he is running his own restaurant, hotel. And where Sachin Tendulkar is? And where the Sachin Tendulkar is? And the Sachin Tendulkar is mainly because of his attitude. Positive attitude. Whereas Vinod Kamble is running a restaurant because of negative attitude. Both are having aptitude. But one person is not having what? Attitude. So how much is aptitude important? That much is attitude is important. So you are developing aptitude through GS1, GS2, GS3, essay, optional. But only one paper is giving you attitude. So these all papers are giving you aptitude, but how much aptitude is important? That much attitude is important, and this attitude is given by this particular paper. So it is not always the aptitude is important. How much aptitude is important? That much attitude is important. So in order to inculcate the attitude, there is ethics paper. First understand the importance of it. Role of ethics in public administration. So in public administration, now to the point. So now you are into the public administration. Sir, what is public administration? Whatever is controlled by the state is called as public administration. The systems which are run by the state is called as public administrative systems. The government machineries are called as public administration. What are all the people's requirements are being successfully done by whom means public administrative system. In public administration, ethics ensure that government actions are transparent and accountable. I told you the importance of transparency and accountability. It helps create a culture of integrity which is essential for good governance. By following ethical principles, civil servants can be better serve the community and uphold the democratic values. If you want to uphold the democratic values, if you want to support the integrity, then in public administration, what should be there? Ethics should be there. If you become the Prime Minister of India, if you become the king, if you become Ratan Tata, we can take the example of the great man. He is not because of his money, he is because of his ethics. He is because of his integrity. Today people are worshipping him not because of his money. People are worshipping him not because of his empire. The people are worshipping him because of his attitude. Mahatma Gandhi was being worshipped not because he brought independence. If not, someone would bring it. But because of his attitude. Because of his principles. Because of his integrity. If not compulsory, one day we would get compulsory independence. So Mahatma Gandhi became Mahatma not because he brought independence to us, because of his principles. Osama bin Laden, he also a person who made the complete world to shake. But after his death, no one is recognizing him because of his attitude. Hitler, the person who is responsible for World War II, the person who is responsible for at the verge of destruction of the world, he was being identified because of his attitude, but not positive attitude, but negative attitude. So the attitude matters, and that matters is very, very high where? In public administration. Tips. Now I will come to the point, to the precise point. I will come. Answer writing practice. First, you should understand the subject ethics. How you have to do, sir? First, you have to go through the complete theory part. First, you understand the theory part. Then, after understanding the theory part, go with the PYQs. In PYQs, all are statement-wise. According to you, or critically evaluate, discuss, elaborate, elucidate. As I told you in the first class. Statement, answer. Statement, answer. Use bullet points when appropriate to organize information clearly. In ethics answers, keep in your mind, go for bullet points. Bullet point means not single line. 2-3 lines will be there, one bullet point. Fix. So in your all ethics answers, your answers should be how? bullet points oriented should be there. Incorporate real life examples to illustrate your understanding of ethical principles. See, immediately when I am talking about attitude and aptitude, I brought the real time example of you, of whom? Vinod Kamli and Sachin Tendulkar, like that. Immediately you have to bring them. I will give you a lot of examples. In the month of December, complete ethics classes I will be taking. You no need to worry about it. But by the time you practice, small answers for ethics. Focus on clarity and coherence in your writing style. Relate your answers back to the ethical concepts you have studied. See again. After writing your answer, you have to go back. In public administration, what is most important? Accountability is most important. If you are thinking that if you become an IAS officer, yes, under your disposal money will be there, but however systems also will be there. Each and every rupee will be accounted. If you want to misuse, you can misuse anyhow, but there will be an accountability mechanisms which you need to follow it. For example, you can dispose it till 1 lakh rupees. If it is more than 1 lakh rupees, you and your higher level of both should combine together. Then only, if you sign, then only the money will be dispersed. Some accountability mechanism will be there. Then transparency. Immediately that particular document which you signed for withdrawal of money should go to the secretariat transparently. So it should go as soon as possible. So there are some systems and procedures. Contemporary examples in your answers. What are the contemporary examples? You have to quote with the contemporary examples. Pooja Khadekar. Contemporary example. Recent example. How many recent examples are there? According to your usage of examples also, you will get the marks. Pooja Khadekar example we can write. Or you can write the example of Aam Aadmi parties. The chief minister who was been arrested for liquor scam. Then, you should not read much theory. And theory you cannot remember. That is a fact. Me also. Theory you can never remember. Don't read paragraphs for ethics. Make some mind maps. For example, civil services values. Civil services values. So what are all civil services values? You just write and keep like this. Integrity. Civil services, you are aspiring civil service aspirant. So these are the values should be present in you. Once you become civil servant. What are those values? Civil services values. First one, integrity. What is integrity, sir? There are 3 things are there, One is called as courage. Other is called as honesty. The best is this one. Honesty, integrity, fortitude. Honesty. Whatever it may be, I am going to be honest. Is called as honesty. Integrity. If I don't follow it, no one is going to punish me. But still, I am being honest is called as integrity. Unquestionable form of honesty is called as integrity. Fortitude. Minister is asking me to keep the signature. I know that the document is improper, but he is forcing me. If I don't sign, then compulsory he will take me action on me. Immediately I will have the transfer. Instead of I am going to have the penalty, instead I am going to face the punishment, but still I am adhering myself to the honesty is called as fortitude. నేను ఇది చేయకపోతే నాకు ఖచ్చితంగా నాకు పనిష్మెంట్ వస్తుందని తెలిసినప్పటికి కూడా నేను హానెస్టీకి అడ్హెర్ అయి ఉంటే దాన్ని ఏమంటాం మనం ఫార్టిట్యూడ్. These are principles. So what are the civil services values? First value is what? Integrity. I am here not explaining you the subject. First you have to make one. For every topic you need to have a mind map or such type of simplification of your answers. Oh, if in any answer when civil services values come, civil services values అనే పదం వచ్చింది అని అంటే చాలు నేను ఇవన్నీ రాసొస్తా. ఏంటి? ఇంటిగ్రిటీ, న్యూట్రాలిటీ. ఎస్, న్యూట్రాలిటీ. You have to be neutral. Nowadays, people are, when they are with BJP government, they are BJP government is center, then all the AS officers are tilted towards BJP government. If it is in the Congress, then all they are tilted towards Congress. No, the duty of a civil servant is to be neutral. He is not associated to, he should not be associated to any political party. The person should be neutral. That is a basic civil service value. Neutrality. Professional competence. Aptitude should be there. Professional competence. Knowledge good undali kada. Professional competence means what? Wisdom. Knowledge. Knowledgeable information should be there. Professional competence also need to be there for a civil servant. Leadership skills should be there. He should be an example. Objectivity. Whatever he do, there should be purpose. Objectively he should do. Scientifically he need to do. Whatever he is doing, there should be a purpose. Objectivity should be there. Commitment to public service. Finally my goal is welfare. Finally my goal should be what? Development. My commitment should to me or for public. And empathy. There are three things are there again. Sympathy, empathy, compassion. Sympathy, empathy, compassion. Sympathy. అయ్యో పాపం అంతవరకే, దాన్ని ఏమంటాము? సింపతి. ఎంపతి, అయ్యో పాపం, and we come into the shoes of them and we understand their problem from their perspective. It is called as empathy. Compassion, we will not only have sympathy, we will not only enter into their shoes, we will also try to address their problem. It is called as compassion. But sometimes the civil services rules will not allow us to solve. But that is the reason compassion is not there. What is there? Empathy is there. So at least we have to try to solve the problem. At least we have to guide. We should be in a position to guide. Empathy. So one paragraph. You tell me ethics. Compulsory one question will be on civil services values or not? Compulsory there will be there. I am not exaggerating myself. 2024 ethics paper, case studies, I told these are the topics. 20 topics I told. In that 20 topics, 6 case studies will come. 6 as it is came. One will be on Naxalism. One will be on private management. Expected lines will be there. But for that we need to have the practice. We need to understand. We should not read more. Ethics we should never read more. That is the reason. How many hours we are reading? For history? 500 hours. How many hours we need to read for ethics? I told last 100 hours. 100 hours is enough. Stakeholders. Then who are all the stakeholders? For what? For example, any case study compulsory stakeholders untara undara? Stakeholders will be there. For example, if we take this private administration, for example, this classroom we will take stakeholders. I am one stakeholder. Students, you are stakeholder. Third, infrastructure, another stakeholder. Fourth, public. Fourth, like corporate social responsibility, another social response, another stakeholder. So for this only, this many stakeholders are there. Then for government, how many stakeholders will be there? So like that, you have to make a diagram. Employees. I am the CEO, government, local families, investors and shareholders, public at large, local families. So make a diagram such that who are stakeholders to it. Then understand from each point of view, employee point of view, CEO point of view, government point of view, investor point of view, public at large point of view. Means making of mind maps is also very important in your preparation of ethics. So one by one we will go. First I will decode the syllabus, then I will go for PYQs directly. First, ethics and human interface, essence, determinants and consequences of ethics in human actions. In my every action, there will be consequence of ethics. In my every action. For example, I am buying this AC. I am buying this AC called as Voltas. So I went near two companies. So one is Samsung, other is Voltas. So Samsung person had motivated me such that he kept his 1.5 hour time to explain me so that I will be buying Samsung. But Voltas person, one of my relative told, so my relative's friend he is, so I took Voltas for example. Now, this person kept his energy. This person has explained me for 1.5 hour. This person was genuinely selling his product. This person was at least trying hard to improve his business. But I bought this good from Voltas. So, I am buying it. Ethics in human actions. A human action happened. In my human action compulsory, when I am buying Voltas, the person who is selling Samsung will be neglected. So some form of disobedience or some form of negligence or some form of unwantedness or some form of removal or some form of resistance is there or not? Means some or the other action is happening or not. So ethics, when we do a thing, for a few section of people it will be positive and few section of people will be having negative. When I want to manufacture a book of white papers, then compulsory I have to go for deforestation. Without deforestation, I cannot manufacture the book. So book is being produced, but at the expense of forest. So a civil servant also, whatever action he does in civil services by a civil servant, whatever action he does, there will be some consequence. And that consequence can be sometimes ethically strong and sometimes the consequence can be ethically weak. Dimensions of ethics. What are all the dimensions of ethics? Ethics in private and public relations. Yes. Ethics in private and public relations. Human values, lessons from the lives and teachings of great preachers, leaders, administrators, role of family, role of society, role of educational institutions in inculcating. This question is expected. One question will be there, role of family or role of society or role of educational institution in inculcating values. Who is the first school of socialization? What is the first school of socialization? Family. Family is the first school of socialization. For the first time we will be learning socialization from whom? Who will be telling us or who will be teaching us how to greet the elders, how to greet the people who are coming inside. That is also a form of ethics only. First unit, ethics and human interface. Attitude, content. I have 2 glasses and then 2 glasses half fill water is there. One person is telling that, sir, half glass is empty. Another person is telling that half glass is full. So a person is satisfied with half water. A person thinking about the absence of 50%. Attitude. Sometimes what is our attitude we can, for example, see, I will make one experiment. తెలుగులో ఒకటి చెప్తాను, దానికి సంబంధించినటువంటి వాక్యం ఇమీడియట్గా చెప్పాలి, ఫాస్ట్గా ఏం నోటికి ఏమొస్తుందో అది చెప్పేసేయాలి. ఓకేనా? అంటే దానికి సంబంధించినటువంటి వాక్యం, దానికి సంబంధించినటువంటి సెంటెన్స్. పిల్లి పాలు తాగింది, ఇంకా నల్ల పిల్లికి ఎదురు వెళ్ళకూడదు, పిల్లి అనేది పెట్ యానిమల్, ఇంకా గోడ మీద పిల్లి. యూజువల్గా అందరూ గోడ మీద పిల్లి చెప్తారు. అంటే అంటే ఇప్పుడు మనకి రిపీటెడ్గా ఏదైతే మనం ఫాలో అవుతామో అదే వచ్చేస్తుంది బయటికి. అంటే గోడ మీద పిల్లి అని అన్నాం, ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ గోడ మీద పిల్లి అన్నాం అనుకోండి, ఇట్ షోస్ అంటే ఇటు జంప్ అవ్వచ్చు, ఇటైతే ఇటు జంప్ అవ్వచ్చు. అంటే ఒక రిజిడ్గా, ఒక స్టబన్గా ఒకటి పట్టుకొని ఉండకుండా గోడ మీద పిల్లి అని అంటున్నామంటే అంటే అది మనకి ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్ అయి ఉంటుంది లైఫ్లో. అందుకే అన్కాన్షియస్ మైండ్లో నుండి అదే బయటకు వచ్చింది. ఆ పదం వినుంటాం ఇంట్లో, వీడెందుకు గోడ మీద అటు జంప్ అవుతున్నాడు, ఇటు జంప్ అవుతున్నాడు అని పదే 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 వినడం వల్ల మనకి ఆ పిల్లి అనగానే ఏ పదాలు వస్తాయి మనకి? గోడ మీద పిల్లి అనే పదమో, అంటే ఏది మనం ఫ్రీక్వెంట్గా విన్నామో, ఏది మనం ఫ్రీక్వెంట్గా వింటే అది మన అన్కాన్షియస్ మైండ్లోకి వెళ్తుందా వెళ్ళదా? అది మన అన్కాన్షియస్ మైండ్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. అది మన అన్కాన్షియస్ మైండ్లోకి వెళ్ళిపోతే ఏమవుతుంది? అది ఒక బిహేవియర్ రూపకంగా బయటకు వస్తుంది. ఇట్ విల్ కమ్ ఇన్ ద ఫార్మ్ ఆఫ్ బిహేవియర్. సో a cat sitting on the wall. So it can jump this side or this side, means unstable person, wherever he want. So in that way, attitude also, we can understand the level of attitude. Attitude, content, structure, what are the functions of attitude, its influence and relation with thought, its relation with behavior, Vinod Kamli, relationship with behavior, moral and political attitudes, social influence and persuasion. What is persuasion? For example, if I am secular, so some person is having some pre-established attitude that Hindutva or Islam, so repeatedly he is persuading me. So at one point of time, if I am vulnerable, I might change my attitude. But if I am rigid, then I will not change my attitude. These are all the contents which are related to attitude. So, second unit UPSC gave importance to what? Attitude. Third, they gave importance to what? Aptitude. So, మొదటిగా వాళ్ళు నాలెడ్జ్కి ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఇవ్వలేదు. మొదటిగా దేనికి ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఇచ్చారు సిలబస్లో? యాటిట్యూడ్కి ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఇచ్చారు. ఫస్ట్ యూ డెవలప్ ద యాటిట్యూడ్, దెన్ యూ డెవలప్ యువర్ యాప్టిట్యూడ్. ఫస్ట్ యూ డెవలప్ యువర్ నాలెడ్జ్, ఫస్ట్ యూ డెవలప్ యువర్ క్యారెక్టర్, దెన్ యూ డెవలప్ యువర్ సబ్జెక్ట్. Aptitude and foundational values for civil services like what? Integrity, impartiality, non-partisanship, objectivity, dedication to public service, empathy, tolerance and compassion towards the weaker sections. Aptitude and foundational values. Emotional intelligence. These three concepts are there. People nowadays who are having high IQ are not winning the race. Who are winning the race? Who are having high EQ, who are emotionally quotient. Who are emotionally quotient, only those people are winning the race. Those people who are having emotionally strong are winning the race. It is not the intelligent quotient, it is not the only emotion, it is emotional quotient. It is not emotional intelligence quotient, it is not only emotional intelligence, plus means which is calculated with this quotient. When both are associated with each other, it is emotional intelligence which is most important. Means when we have to behave, how our behavior should be there. For example, I will tell you, today's example I will tell you, emotional intelligence, concepts and their utilities and applications in administration and governance. It is emotion which is most important. So again, emotional intelligence. Then contributions of moral thinkers and philosophers from India and the world. Plato, Socrates, Aristotle, Hobbes, Talcott persons. Not only these people, Gautama Buddha, Mahavira, different philosophers, their understanding with examples we need to understand in the unit of topic number 5. Then public or civil services values and ethics in public administration, their status and problems, ethical concerns and dilemmas in government and private institutions. What are the laws, what are the rules, what are regulations? Civil service conduct rules. Compulsory, your civil service conduct rules, what it will tell you, no? Civil services conduct rules will not allow to take a gift more than 500 rupees on your birthday or any other any event. If any person is giving any gift more than 500 rupees, your civil services conduct rule 1964 will not allow. Labasana rules came recently. What is that Labasana rule? You cannot post your Labasana hotel or hostel or that accommodation in your social media. You have to maintain anonymity. where you are staying, till last year, wherever they are going, I am going for trekking, I am going for here, I am going for here. See how we are enjoying, they used to keep. Now they are not allowed to do. Means you are also not allowed to do. First they used to go near gate, Sheelam Param Bhosanam. See, finally into this. Now no photos, nothing. Conduct rules. Why? Because sometimes it might also make us vulnerable. So there should not be any situation where a civil servant will become vulnerable. Guide accountability and ethical governance, strengthening of ethical and moral values in governance, ethical issues in international relations and funding, corporate governance. I will tell you this. Ethical issues in international funding. What is that? We know that Gulf War happened in 1989. In that Gulf War, complete Iran and Iraq was involved in the war. And our oil import used to come from Iran and Iraq. Then there is no oil pumping happened into India. At one point of time, the petrol price increased up to 600 rupees per litre. Our complete foreign reserves went into buying this oil. Then we became completely, our economy, foreign reserves became zero. We don't have money. Our economy is collapsing at the destruction. There is a need for bailout. So our people want bailout. Then the P.V. Narasimha Rao visited Bretton Woods conference, institutions called as World Bank and IMF. And in that IMF, International Monetary Fund, when P.V. Narasimha Rao went and asked, sir, please, can you give bailout, 50,000 crore, can you give loan to us? Our country is at the verge of collapse. Then IMF told 100% P.V. Narasimha Rao, you don't worry. You are a big man. You came to IMF, a small institution you came and you are begging for 50,000 crore. We will give you. But 3 conditions. What are the conditions? Please liberalize your market. Please open your market. And please privatize your market. If you go for liberalization, privatization, globalization, then only I will give you 50,000 crore bailout. This is called as ethical issues in international funding. Ethical issues in international relations. Ukraine in 1992 divided from USSR and formed an independent, sovereign, democratic country in 1992. So it is sovereign country, it is a republic country, it can have its own foreign policy. And Ukraine independently came to a conclusion that they want to join NATO, North Atlantic Treaty Organization. And Russia, in 2018, they got angry. And Russia told, how dare you? How you will join NATO? You should not join NATO. Then Ukraine told that, Russia told, then Ukraine told that I am an independent, sovereign, democratic country. I am a republic country. It's my choice to have my own foreign policy. I want to maintain relationship with NATO, I will maintain relationship with NATO. What is your problem? No. Once upon a time you are part of Russia, so you have to follow what I am telling. You have to follow. Why I should follow you? I will not follow you. No, if not I will bomb you. And they started bombing. Ethical issues in international relations. And corporate governance. Corporate frauds are becoming a common phenomenon nowadays. Corporate governance. Satyam scam, Ramalingaraju, 2006. For the first time, the world was thinking that India is growing like anything. There are small 2 countries which are growing with a super speed, mainly Satyam Ramalingaraju and Infosys Narayan Murthy. And suddenly it came to the verge of destruction that no, everything is a fraud and there is no truth that Satyam Computers is growing. 2006 Satyam Computers, Ramalingaraju case, corporate governance. Probity in governance, concepts of public service, philosophical basis of governance and probity, information sharing and transparency in government, right to information, codes of ethics, codes of conduct, citizen charters, work culture, quality of service delivery, utilization of public funds, challenges of corruption. Probity in governance. Probity means what? Unwavered association with honesty is called as probity. ఏదేమైనా సరే నేను హానెస్టీగా ఉంటా అంటే ప్రాబిటీ. ఏ జరిగినా సరే unwavering thought towards honesty is called as probity. People will think this much of corruption is happening in India, how we can stop it, what we can do. Whether on any document minister's signature will be there or a bureaucrat signature will be there. On any document, on official document, whose signature will be there? Bureaucrat signature will be there. The complete administration will be running on the name of bureaucrats, but on the directions of political masters. But political master cannot force you. Political master cannot make you to keep the signature. But finally, who should keep the signature? You should keep the signature. Then your probity is strong. సార్ తప్పుగా ఉంది, నేను సంతకం పెట్టను, మీరు ఏం చేస్తే చేసుకోండి అని అన్నాడు అనుకోండి, అలానే అందరు అన్నారు అనుకోండి, then where is the chance of corruption? If one person told, then he will be transferred, or by showing some wrong reasons he will be suspended. But if every officer is telling, then what the political master can do? The political master cannot do anything. First, that is the most important. The running of the administration will happen. The complete administration will run on the name of bureaucrats, not on the name of ministers, but on the advice of ministers. The signature will be done by bureaucrats. And finally, case studies. We will discuss the case studies also. Now we will see a few questions. PYQ templates we will see. 2023 question. Exclusively I prepared for you. See, read this. 2023 question. You didn't prepare, I know. Your ethics classes didn't complete it, I know. But still, what do you understand by moral integrity? Okay? And professional efficiency. 2023. In the context of corporate governance in India, illustrate with suitable examples. What do you understand by moral integrity? So what is moral integrity first? Direct question. Then what is second question is what? Professional efficiency. In the context of corporate governance. So I am not asking the question moral integrity and professional efficiency from the context of public administration, but I am asking from corporate governance point of view. Illustrate with suitable example. Moral integrity means what? Professional expertise means what, or professional efficiency means what, then how it is helping the corporate governance. Moral integrity refers to adherence to ethical principles and values such as honesty, fairness, effective competence in which corporate responsibilities and roles are performed. So if these both are there, what will happen to the corporate governance? Ethical leadership will be there, transparency will be there, accountability will be there, sustainable practices will be there, employee morale will be there, consumer trust will be there. Every Tata consultancy service or Tata company employee is satisfied or not. If salary is less or more, he will be satisfied. Because of what? Moral integrity which company has been protected. Same thing which happened till 2006, who was there in Satyam Computers, at our time it was. When our graduation completed, a person working in Satyam Computers was very big, like God like anything. I am working in Satyam Computers means he is like anything. Immediately within 3 months, a person who is working in Satyam Computers is a fraud. So corporate governance, when there is moral integrity, employee morale will be boosted. Consumer trust will be there. Regulatory compliance will be there. Operational excellence will be there. Innovation will be there. Land Rover company is there. Jaguar company is there. Who are the original owners of Jaguar and Land Rover? Ford. When the Ford came to India and they started selling Jaguar and Land Rover, no business. There is no business for Jaguar cars and Land Rover cars. Tata bought this Jaguar and Land Rover from Ford. Suddenly, the Jaguar sales started boosted. Land Rover sales started boosted. Because now whose confidence is there? Consumer trust. Consumer, buyer trust has been developed now. Ford, foreign company. Oh, Tata bought it, local company. Or that too Tata bought. Consumer trust. So at a quick what happened, Jaguar cars were being sold like anything, Land Rover cars were being sold like anything. Regulatory compliance will be followed, operational excellency will be followed, innovation will be there, these all things will be there. Risk management will be less, corporate social responsibility will be followed, stakeholder engagement will be there, financial performance will be there. Tata Group, known for its ethical business practices, aligning with moral integrity. Question is simple. Question is simple. This all I will send in your telegram, okay? Question is simple. We no need to worry, just what is moral integrity, what is professional efficiency, because of which what is happening in corporate governance, these many points are happening in corporate governance. Second thing you will see, another template, please read it. Question on emotional intelligence. Read it. What really matters for success, comma, character, happiness and lifelong achievements is a definite set of emotional skills. What matters for success, character, happiness and lifelong achievements is definite set of emotional skills. Your EQ, emotional quotient. Not just purely cognitive abilities that are measured by conventional IQ tests. Do you agree with this view? Give reasons in support of your answers. UPSC 2023. I will tell you one thing. Today, there was one case which is happening in Hyderabad High Court on Telangana State Public Service Commission Group 1 mains examination. Nearly approximately 32,000 students are qualified for mains. But you know, from last 2 months, because of this case, so much negativity was there in the minds of TSPSC aspirants, mainly those who cleared prelims. In that 32,000, 31,900 students didn't study. Because case is there, exam will be cancelled. Case is there, exam will be cancelled. Case is there, exam will be cancelled. Out of 32,000, approximately I am telling you, 31,900 people didn't study it. But remaining 100, why, what happened, sir? I know them. Approximately I am telling you, but few students I know who are handy. They are with mindset that, sir, if exam is postponed or cancelled, anyhow I want to become Group 1 officer, sir. If not today, tomorrow I should study only. If not tomorrow, day after tomorrow they will keep exam, no sir? Or again they will give notification, again there will be exam, yes sir, no? Yes. So again I have to prepare anyhow. Then why I should stop now, sir? They will get the ranks as Group 1 officers. That is called as emotional intelligence. ఎప్పుడైనా కూడా పోలీస్ ఆఫీసర్ ఎక్కడికి ఏ స్టేషన్కి వెళ్తాడు? పోలీస్ స్టేషన్కి వెళ్తాడు కానీ పోస్ట్ ఆఫీస్కి అయితే వెళ్ళాడు. What really matters for success, character, happiness and lifelong achievements is definite set of emotional skills. Your EQ, emotional quotient, not just purely your cognitive abilities that are measured by conventional IQ tests. Do you agree with this view? Give reasons in support of your answer. Tough question, this one. We have to do practice. True, 100% true. It is not always intelligence, it is not always cognitive abilities, it is what? Emotional abilities. People will not fail because what is happening around, people will fail because how they respond to the environment. Approach is there. Approach. Then body. Importance of emotional intelligence. Enhances interpersonal relationships. You are shouting at me. I am understanding why you are shouting at me. Then I hugged you and telling you, chhod de yaar. Then what will happen? Enhances. You are shouting at me. See now how you don't know about my voice. Now complete building will shake means. Enhances interpersonal relationship. Promotes resilience. Facilitates effective communication. Case study Google's project Aristotle highlighting the significance of EQ in high performing. Role of cognitive, problem solving and critical thinking.
academic and technical proficiency, strategic planning and decision making, case study of academic excellence correlating with cognitive abilities in educational setup. IQ provides analytical skills and domain expertise essential for career advancement and achievement. And what is required? Balance between EQ and adaptive learning and growth mindset. Societal impact. Yes. So there is a need for balance, and the balance also should tilt towards EQ but not towards IQ. There should be balance between EQ and IQ, and that balance also should tilt towards what? EQ. EI, which is called as emotional intelligence. In December month, only 1 month is there in between. Now you do answer writing practice, but questions we will take and we will solve through the questions. Yes, now you do right answer for this. What does quotation convey to you in the present context? The simplest acts of kindness are by far more powerful than 1,000 heads bowing in prayer. Mahatma Gandhi. What does quotation convey to you in the present context? అంటే చిన్న హెల్ప్ చాలు, మానవ సేవే మాధవ సేవ కన్నా ఇంపార్టెంట్ అన్నది ప్రశ్న. మానవ సేవే మాధవ సేవ కన్నా అన్నది ప్రశ్న. ద సింప్లెస్ట్ యాక్ట్స్ ఆఫ్ కైండ్నెస్ ఆర్ బై ఫార్ మోర్ పవర్ఫుల్ దెన్ 1,000 హెడ్స్ బోయింగ్ ఇన్ ఏ ప్రేయర్. మానవ సేవే మాధవ సేవ. సో what empathy in action, moral leadership, social cohesion, public service. Here we have to show these all things with examples. Kailas Satyarthi, child rescue missions. Why? Because he saved the lives of children. Sudha Murthy's philanthropic work through Infosys Foundation, Verghese Kurian White Revolution, an act of kindness transforming lives of people. The recent launch of Pradhana Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana during COVID-19 is a testament of government rooted in kindness, aiming at providing relief to the poor through direct benefit transfer and food security measures. Yes. Anything which happened in your life also you can write. We'll see case study. You read with me. Case study on what? Probity in governance. What is this? I will tell you. You are working in a bank and your colleague father is unwell, is about to die. There is a surgery, meaning I am telling you, there is a surgery, and if the surgery is been conducted on time, her father will be saved. And you know all these things. You don't have any work, you are also clerk, she is also clerk. You have sympathy, you have empathy, but you don't have compassion. Why? Because you don't have money to do something. But you have empathy and sympathy. Then you told to her that I have a lot of prayers for you. Your father will be all right. But she is telling that I want only 10 lakhs, then only I can do the surgery. Then they went home and suddenly the colleague came saying that my father is all right. Then I got shocked. Then you got shocked. I got shocked. How? Then how the surgery happened? No, bank manager in one of the dormant bank they are working. In one of the dormant bank account, 10 lakhs rupees is there. Sir gave me 10 lakhs rupees from that and told me that as soon as possible you refill it. So on that promise, Sir gave me 10 lakhs rupees, because of which I can save my father's, or I can do my father's surgery. Now, you are working as an executive in a nationalized bank for several years. One day, one of your close colleague tells you that her father is suffering from heart disease and needs surgery. She also tells there is no incident, 10 lakhs rupees. That fact that her husband is no more and she is from a lower middle class. You are empathetic about her situation. However, apart from expressing your sympathy, you do not have resources. A few weeks later, you ask her about the well-being of her father and she informs you about this successful surgery and that he is recovering. She then confides in you that the bank manager was kind enough to facilitate the release of 10 lakhs rupees from a dormant bank account of someone to pay for the operation with a promise that it should be confidential and be repaid at the earliest into the dormant bank account. She has already started paying it back and will continue to do so until it will be returned. What are the ethical issues involved? Evaluate the behavior of the bank manager from an ethical point of view. How could you react to the situation? Think. It's an illegal thing. Someone's account without proper appropriation, taking from any other's bank account is 100% a illegal, unethical practice. But evaluate the behavior of the bank manager from ethical point of view. Identify the ethical dilemma. Consider the stakeholders. Evaluate options. Propose ethical solutions. Then intro you will do. Examples, fiduciary duty, social responsibility, suitable solutions. So finally, how we are going to address it. Finally, what? There should not be such power to the manager such that he can withdraw. Yes, it might be a good reason, but the way of taking is not a good reason. So there is a need for review of the policy such that if any monies from that dormant accounts need to be removed, it should be authorized by minimum 3 higher level officers. Attitude is an important component. Right on. Attitude is an important component. Attitude is an important component that goes as input. In the elopement of human. Full stop. How to build a suitably needed attitude for a public servant. One more question. Second question. Learn everything that is good from others. Learn everything that is good from others. Learn everything that is good from others. Learn everything that is good from others, comma, but bring it in, and in your own way. Observe it. Do not become others, comma, do not become others. Swami Vivekananda. Learn everything that is good from others, but bring it in, and in your own way observe it. Do not become others. So what is good? 100% we have to learn from others. But you learn from others and imbibe it, observe it, but in your own way. Not completely from others' point of view. In that process of learning, become yourself, but don't become the other man. Swami Vivekananda. So what should be the answer? This is the meaning. Right answer. Think and write. Thinking itself is important now. Think for 2 minutes. Learn everything that is good from others, but bring it in, and in your own way observe it. Do not become others. One more question. See, if a country is to be corruption free and become a nation of beautiful minds, I strongly feel there are 3 key societal members who can make a difference. They are father, mother, and the teacher. True. Father, mother, and teacher, if they are good, compulsory, we can have a corruption free society. But for such type of questions, what you have to do? You should have an example of father. Because of father, how the man changed. Because of mother, how the man changed. Because of teacher, how the man changed. So when you have these 3 examples, then your answer is hence proved. So when you are making notes for ethics, for every such father role, mother role, teacher role, friend role, brother role, sister role, one example, so that you are substantiating it. Write this also. If a country is to be corruption free, and become a nation of beautiful minds, I strongly feel there are 3 key societal members. who can make a difference. They are the father, mother and the teacher, Abdul Kalam. People will think that by going Delhi or some popular classes of ethics or etc., they will be having. It's an approach. We have to understand the approach. From one question what we got, oh, this is the PYQ. So from this PYQ I understood that. So for any such question they asked, like father, mother, teacher, brother, sister, husband, wife, stranger, how we can have a changed society. So in spite of these three, any term they ask, we should be in a position to write answer through that example. So for everything we need to have ready-made examples.